Well, this will be a very familiar wine, at least in appearance, to many of you. Martinborough Vineyards have been around for a long time, one of the pioneers of the Martinborough region. The Martinborough region, for those of you that don't know, is just a very short drive from Wellington up over the range, so right at the bottom of the North Island. So this is their 2008 Martinborough Terrace Pinot, it's now labelled as. So let's have a look at this wine here. Sort of in the glass, it's not a tawny sort of hue, but it doesn't have that electric sort of purpley hue that we see in some of the Pinots from Marlborough and some of certainly the Otago Pinots. So this it almost looks a bit more brooding and serious, and you could probably say that Martinborough is a more serious place for Pinot. It's probably the place that gets the best structure in terms of tannin structure, across all of New Zealand in Pinot Noir, which is not to say the other regions don't do it well, but the tannins are always a standout in Martinborough. So 08 Martinborough Terrace Pinot. Quite light actually, quite sort of limpid, sort of transparent wine. A beautiful smelling Pinot. Lots of just sort of slightly dried cherry. It's more savoury sort of cherry aromas with a bit of that forest floor, leaves, wet earth, bracken, woody spice, all of that sort of stuff. So nicely complex wine to smell. Well, the palate's really got a bright serve of acidity that sort of pushes the middle of the palate up like that, and the tannins run down the sides. Quite long, reliable, even, straight and true in terms of tannin. Not aggressive, a little nutty through the finish, but back through the middle palate you've got sort of nice, just mid-red sort of cherry fruit spectrum, and a little bit of that sort of cherry pip sort of, when you're chewing the cherry stone, it gets that little tang, just a little sensation of that cherry pip. So quite bright and fresh, nice and even. So there's a wine, 08, showing already, some quite good complexity. And again, it's a wine, as Pinot so often is, that just makes you want to put some food on the table or take this to dinner. So that's the 2008 Martinborough Vineyard, Martinborough Terrace Pinot Noir.